Before we go into the weekly Forex forecast for the 27th of May, just look at last week's results and give you some highlights as to what's going on. The NASDAQ from last week over 1,000 points so far, heading to target of 19,219. S&P 500, nice move upwards, heading for target 184 points so far. DAX, nice buy signal on convergence, which is we like to see that, and that's over 600 points. Bitcoin, a big move on Bitcoin. We do expect more moves this week, so look out for that in the members room. Over $5,216. Silver, just to explain for those who are new to YouTube, I will be going into in-depth analysis across the board in a minute. But this is silver, and what we're waiting for is a buy signal on the advanced pro charts above these two lines. The two lines are a 21-day moving average and a 50 moving average. Once we see price moving up above this and finishing above it, then that's our signal to go long, and that's where the big moves come along. So this is silver, and this is over 3,000 pips. US yen moving up. US Swiss moving up. New Zealand yen over 350 pips so far. Aussie yen over 243 pips so far. Pound yen, last one. There's lots like this. Pound yen on the buy signal above the two lines, 539 pips. Let's go into the markets and do the analysis from the top down. A very warm welcome to the weekly Forex forecast. Whether you're Forex trading, oil trading, gold trading, indices, whatever moves, we will do the analysis for you and tell you where it's going during the weekly Forex forecast. And of course, I do a full market analysis during the day in the New York session for members as well. So if you wish to join, just simply click on the links below. So the DXY, we use the DXY, we don't trade the DXY, but we do use it in terms of correlation with the US dollar. A couple of things going on here which are very interesting. First of all, it's in a long-term uptrend, so we do expect maybe bullish momentum to come into the markets, but it's not confirmed yet. But in addition to that, we do have a head and shoulders pattern, which is sometimes used as a reversal. So it's fighting against the trend at the moment, and it's no confirmation. Remember, what we're looking for is the price to move up above these two blue lines, which act as support areas or resistance. And once that happens, then we can confirm that it is either parabolic to the upside or parabolic to the downside. At the moment, the US dollar is not confirmed either way. And there's very little news out this week, so you can trade freely in terms of the dollar and gold. Gold is going to be a big mover this week. In terms of the yen futures, now this is an interesting point as it is today, because it is weak, as you can see, confirmed by the sell signal in the advanced pro charts and this downward channel heading for our target 63.59 from last week. I do have a target of 61.80, but I am nervous about this. I think there is going to be intervention. More than likely the US yen at above 155, and they did try and intervene a couple of weeks ago once it got to that level. So I'm definitely weaker on the yen futures, as you can see. We trade what we see, not what we think. However, I think there's better trades available. Better trades available as we talk is the Swiss franc. So this is a really good example of, and you can just use this chart, by the way, to trade. It's very, very straightforward. As soon as the price comes down and falls below this blue line and the red line, and you've got a sell signal, just sell it. And we've got the fresh sell signal in the last few days on the Swiss franc. So this is heading for 107.28. Could go a lot further. What this means in terms of correlation, it means that all the Swiss franc pairs are going up. So you're going to have lots of opportunities this week to buy into the Swiss franc as it weakens. So as you can see, once it falls down below or once it goes above, then you can see that there is correlation in terms of the Swiss franc. So all the Swiss francs, as listed on the left, on the right here, are all going to be trading to the upside this week. So they are my favorites to look out for. In terms of the indices, I've done the parabolic trends. NASDAQ continues up, as I mentioned earlier before, up at over 1,000 points so far, guys. So well done to you. Heading for 19,219, actually a bit higher than that now. So we've got 19,390 is your target. Every day, if you want to see my analysis using my 30 years of experience, you're more than welcome to pop in. The links are below and I'll give you the trailing stops each day. S&P 500 continues up into this ascending wedge pattern. We do expect further upside momentum, maybe a pullback maybe this week, of course, but then heading for 5,536. DAX, fantastic move, hesitating a little bit. But nonetheless, we trade what we see. So once we get the buy signal above on the advanced pro charts and above these two lines, then that indicates a big move is coming. As you can see, this is highly reliable. And we had a bullish flag some weeks ago. And so we do have a breakout to the upside heading for 19,346. Bitcoin, congratulations if you traded Bitcoin. We did get the breakout that I expected from the triangle formation, if you saw that earlier in the week, and the price has moved above. Now, in terms of these two lines, I do like to see a golden cross, but I'm not really that bothered. I just need to see the price moving above both of these lines, then they act as support, and if they move down below, they act as resistance. Very reliable, actually. I've been using the 50 moving averages for 40 plus years, so I know how reliable they are. So onward and upward, heading for $100,000. First target is 77,249. Second target is 90,202. And there's a bit bigger target out there, about 110,000. But it's not going to happen this week. But you should be long Bitcoin. Silver, as mentioned earlier today, over 3,000 pips. And I know some members have got this, so congratulations to you guys. Just as long as the price remains green above the blue lines, it doesn't get any simpler than that. And you can check to see if all the buyers are in. Very, very straightforward, very clean as well. $33.21 is the next target. I mentioned US yen above 155 again, but this is parabolic to the upside. All the charts agree. As you can see, the price is moving higher and higher and gone green, a fresh buy signal. We're in a rising wedge. So as long as that rising wedge continues upwards, then of course we can expect it to go higher. However, without intervention, it will go higher, but we could see intervention this week. So I'm a bit nervous about the yens. They seem to have moved a lot. We've benefited from these in the last few weeks. So just a little bit hesitant. In terms of the US Swiss, we are long the US Swiss, as you can see above here, and into a bullish momentum phase. However, there is a head and shoulders pattern here. So this is going to coincide and correlate with the DXY, which has a head and shoulders pattern, as mentioned earlier. So we could, if we see a weaker dollar come into play in the next few days, then we could find that the US Swiss follows it. However, as mentioned earlier before, this could end up to be a Swiss trade rather than a US dollar trade. If the US dollar goes sideways but the Swiss goes weaker, then this will rise to 93.32. US Canadian, if the dollar remains stronger, then this will go up. This is not my favorite trade because it's a little bit messy. However, continued uptrend is likely to 139.77 this week. Canadian yen continue upwards to the buy signal above the support areas. Fantastic move heading for 119.06. We do have a bigger target if you want to go for the big one, 129.27. But in order for that to drive upwards, then the yen is going to have to collapse. New Zealand yen, congratulations, over 350 pips this week. And this is how easy it is to make money in Forex, because many people, as you may have seen on YouTube in particular, overcomplicate things. It's not necessary, it's not needed, and you make a lot more money while you sleep by just putting in these positions and holding them and then moving your stop every day. Because if you get to a position where you're making money while you sleep, then of course you don't need any time at the charts at all. 10 minutes a day, that's all you need. Aussie yen to the upside, heading for 105.41. Congratulations on the buy signal, and here and here and here and here. Lots of opportunities here. Hit our previous target 100.49, now heading for 105.41 in the next few days. Big move on the pound yen, 570 pips. Now we've got a bit of a double top going on here, which could indicate a possible correction, which is more than likely, to be honest. Hit our target 199.58 in the last few days, heading for 202.39 if the yen continues to go weaker. Euro yen, very similar. Hit our target 169.71. I'm not going to put a target on this because I think there is going to be some kind of correction from here. I'll be updating you every day, of course, if you're in the VIP room. Pound Swiss. Now, we're on to our favourite trades now. What I want you to do is go into your price action charts. Once you get to there, then we can see where we are at in terms of entry points. So I do expect a little bit of a pullback, but it might be very slight. Our target for pound Swiss is 117.47, but I think it's going to go much higher. So I will update you every day. Canadian Swiss, we are long this, been long this for quite some time. It's not the best trade because it's basically up and down like a yo-yo at the moment, but you can see once it breaks quite significantly. With a target of 68. If you see a 0.3, for instance, like this, then ignore it. Just go for the 68. Round numbers are really important in Forex. Euro Swiss, congratulations, a lovely ascending triangle formation on the Advanced Pro charts. Notice how the price moves up, and continues up. The target is 99.98. I'm going to do some revisions in the week for these targets. Once they've been hit, then I'll be going long again. Aussie Swiss, we've gone fresh trade on this. Hopefully you've got that if you're in the Forex Signal group. If you're not, you want to join, happy to have you on board. Lovely buy signal on the Aussie Swiss here. Fantastic move into the uptrend. Correlation is what we love to see, and continue up to 61.48. New Zealand Swiss, again, very similar. 56.11 is the target. Pound Canadian continuing up. Buy signal here, pull back, and then going to target. We do have a target here of 176.00. New Zealand Canadian, congratulations, hit our target of 83.56. A really lovely move there. Don't know how many pips we had, 173. Aussie Canadian, congratulations, hit our target of 90.40. Don't know how many pips that is, but it's quite big. The next target is 91.77. I'll put an alert there if you notice that. So once it gets hit, it'll come to my email and I'll send it out to you guys. Aussie New Zealand is parabolic to the downside. Now, not quite ideal this, because as we can see, we have a big long-term uptrend going on here. So this could turn around. So this is not my favorite trade. Similar situation for the Euro New Zealand. I put it down as parabolic, but I really want to see everything agreeing. Let me show you an example. So everything, despite the head and shoulders, everything is agreeing with the overall trend, and the buy signals are in and all the buyers are in. So for all intents and purposes, that's as good as we have. Now, in terms of the Euro New Zealand, we can see that it's all the sellers are in, etc., etc. but it's going against the overall long-term trend. So we could see a buying opportunity on the Euro New Zealand in the next few days if we see a breakout of this trend line and the price continues or moves back up into a buying opportunity. So one to watch. However, not my favorite trade. The Swiss francs are red hot, so keep an eye on those. Let's have a look at the amber ones. The amber ones here on my watch list are ones to watch. However, they are definitely not ready yet in terms of a long-term trend. What we could see in terms of gold, we could see gold come down to around 23, 24, somewhere around that before it starts to move back up again. If we see the DXY, US dollar, weaken, if anything significant, then this will drive gold higher. So we may find that the trend, the long-term trend in gold is going to go much higher in the next few days. Euro USD, as you can see, it's not parabolic because it's going against the trend. This is simply a correction. So we now await confirmation, probably in the next few days, for this to go much lower, potentially in the next few days. But again, we don't have confirmation. That similar for pound USD, pull up against the long-term trend. So we may see this price fall over in the next few days.